Hello, everyone, and welcome to the High Stakes Weekly Podcast. I'm your host, Greg Ambrosius, and of course, I'm joined by Tom Kessenich and Geoff Stein. Man, this is going to be a hot week in the Midwest. Temps in the 90s. Us three, we're not used to that, baby, but it's going to heat up in the NFFC draft rooms as well. This last weekend was incredibly busy. It really was. It was a really, really good weekend. Let's keep that momentum going as all NFL training camps are set to open on Tuesday. So here we go. Football's here, everybody. Tom, you watched a lot of drafts this weekend. You saw things selling out Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What contests were selling out each night?
Yeah, we had a busy weekend in the NFFC, a lot of drafts going on, a busy weekend with the RotoWire Online Championship. 6 OC drafts sold out. That contest really heating up. Like you said, training camp starting up this week. Also a busy week with the Online Auction Championship as well. We had online auctions every night this weekend. Nice. Plenty of people getting into that contest, taking aim at the $15,000 grand prize. So a busy weekend, like you said, and it's just going to keep going. Going to be great with training camp starting up. A lot of action going on right now. It's going to be fun with training camp starting up and everybody getting really excited about football going on right now. Preseason action around the corner as well.
Yeah, every night this week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you had a best ball championship fill, you had an online auction championship fill, and we had multiple RotoWire online championships fill. So good stuff. Geoff, we still get those midnight owls going. I was talking with Duke on our live stream. I said, what makes the difference with those? He goes, it's all the West Coast guys. They're crazy. So we need more West Coast guys jumping on in. Midnight Owls, we got to be filling them up, right?
Well, yeah. And, as a dad of a 5-year-old daughter, I can kind of understand the late night appeal. You get the kids to bed, get a couple drinks in you and sit down and do a fantasy football draft for the night. I understand the appeal. And again, Duke said there are a lot of West Coasters, but we get a lot of East Coasters and a lot of Central Time Zone folks like Tom and yourself. So, they're going strong. I think that's going to be a popular one leading up to kickoff here in, 6 weeks, 5 weeks? I've lost track at this point. But the Midnight Owl, that's going to be there 11:55 Eastern every night. Be ready for it.
All right, we're 6+ weeks away from week 1 in the NFL. All right, I'm calling this week NFFC live stream draft week. We got live streams every single night this week. It's unreal. Honestly, I think these live streams are the new content that people want, right? Because you can watch people who are putting their money where their mouths are. They're making their selections in real time. You're watching them build their roster, see how they're doing it, where they're drafting their quarterbacks and all. Tonight, we filled the Beat Dave Klug Online Championship League. Dave's going to be live streaming this draft on footballguys.com YouTube channel. It's going to be with Dan Hendery. Dan won $500,000 last year in the Drafters Best Ball Championship. That's 2 guys you want to watch tonight. It's going to be really, really good. I'm telling you right now, we're going to do one live stream with footballguys.com on their YouTube channel every Monday night going forward, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Write it down. Dave's going to be doing them every week. So it's going to be great stuff. Tom, you've got Dave on the SiriusXM show this week. What's going on this week?
Yeah, I'm going to have Dave guesting on the show this week. Me and Jeff Erickson going to be hosting. Looking forward to have Dave talking about the draft. We'll definitely talk to him about the draft that he's in tonight, get his thoughts about that, but also pick his brains about trends he's seeing in drafts as well, other topics as well that'll hopefully get people ready for all of their drafts as they gear up for what's going to be a very busy month of August and get people ready to go and get some topics, thoughts from him about topics that people need to know as they get ready for their drafting season coming up, especially because August is going to be very busy. A lot of things going on in fantasy football right now.
All right, you and Jeff hosting the SiriusXM show this week, football content. That's good stuff. Jim Coventry's actually on vacation this week, he told me. So good for you, Jim. I know you got a busy football season ahead. So good stuff, you and Jeff this week. All right, again, this is just the beginning of our relationship with footballguys.com. We told you last week we got a partnership brewing with somebody in the industry. It's footballguys.com. We're really looking forward to working with Joe Bryant and all the guys there. Dan Hendery, you're going to get to know this guy's name, man. He's breaking down a whole lot of draft content right now. He's going to be unveiling this, but it's good stuff. I've seen some of the graphs already, and Dan's going to have all kinds of content on footballguys.com, on Twitter, keep an eye out for that. But yeah, we're going to work with Joe. And, you know, Tom, we did the magazine with Joe back in like 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008. I mean, it's come full circle. Now we're going to work with Joe in the high stakes space as well. So it's going to be good stuff. Talk about coming full circle with Joe.
It's hard to believe it was that long ago. We were working on all those custom pubs back then with Krause. Football Guys, like you said, was one of several magazines we helped produce back in the day. It's great to be working with Joe once again. The folks at Football Guys, they're among the best in the fantasy football business. Bright minds. You know, you mentioned Dan and the stuff that he's going to be doing with us, but so many people that are Football Guys, Sigmund Bloom, Dave, of course, but just a lot of real bright people. You know, Bob Harris, we've had Bob on the show, on the Sirius show already this year, but so many really, really good people and smart people that we're going to be bringing on the Sirius show, but also working with us in the NFFC. Just really excited to be working with all of them and going to be doing a lot of really exciting, great stuff with us in the NFFC this year.
Yeah, and Jeff, I give you credit. You said, hey, we got new customers that we want to bring in here, so we should have a first-time promo code that we're going to be doing, and I don't have it ready for us here. Let me see if I can just kind of show what we're going to have on here one day. But yeah, we're going to have a little ticker here. We'll put a promo code on here, and if you haven't played with us since 2018, we're going to get you in. So talk a little bit about why we're doing that and what that means.
Yeah, you know, new blood. That's what it's all about. We recognize there's a lot of different options out there. We appreciate every last customer that we get. So we're confident. You come try us out. You're going to get the best service. You're going to get the best games. Yeah. We're confident we can give you guys $100 to try us out, that you'll be back, that customers will be back. You know, we got an amazing community. Our Football Guys are, you know, whether you come out to Vegas to use the $100, whether you chat with people online in the chat for a nightly draft, you're going to enjoy our community. You're going to enjoy the service you get, the games we provide. Again, all of that is just, we're that confident that we feel like that we can give $100 to a new customer. So, you know, we love you guys that have been with us, but it's time to get some new blood in here. And we're going to hopefully do that with this $100 off code that we should have starting this time next week, hopefully, if everything goes right.
Yep. Hope to have it even tomorrow, and Tom will start promoting it on the Sirius XM show as well. But yeah, we're going to send it out to Football Guys as well. You'll be seeing it on our Twitter feeds and such. But, you know, we want our guys to check out footballguys.com, right? I mean, guys that sit at the draft table have the Dominator software. We know it. We see you guys using the Dominator software. That's part of the subscription with Football Guys. We also have some Football Guys subscriptions we're going to be giving out. So stay tuned. Jeff may have some nice promotions on the weekend where you can get a subscription, a free subscription to footballguys.com. All right, let's get down to the content right now. You guys both watched a lot of drafts this weekend. Jeff, I'm going to start with you. What did you see that was noteworthy from recent drafts?
Yeah, again, you start with the big football news of last week, and that's the Kansas City wide receivers with kind of out of nowhere, Rashee Rice, his reckless driving or whatever the incident was, whatever they labeled it. It looks like he might get suspended because that opens it up with the verdict in and his deal and the punishment coming from the judge down in Texas. That opens him up for suspension. So a guy that was starting to sneak in the round 2 of some drafts, but now round 4 last night in a few. And I think even, you know, for every action, there's a reaction and back and forth and all that. Xavier Worthy now sneaking in the round 3 and ahead of Rashee Rice in a lot of drafts. So that's going to be an interesting situation. I'm sure there's some people sitting on some Worthy shares from early in the draft season where he went, you know, quite a bit earlier, or excuse me, quite a bit later, that are pretty happy right now. And the other news was there was a rumor going around for a long time. Najee Harris had some kind of firework accident, and I still don't think the full details are out there, but they at least acknowledge there's something. So Omarion Hampton, the rookie running back, he's shooting up. I seen him at the early round 3 in a couple drafts last night. I think as long as there's doubt about Harris and if there's no Harris appearance in camps anytime soon, I think Hampton's going to be one of those guys that could really, really move up early round 2, mid round 2 even. I mean, heck, I remember a draft earlier about a month ago where he went at the end of round 2. That guy has a crystal ball. He must have seen all this coming because that's looking like it might be a deal now when it comes down to where Hampton may be going even a couple weeks from now.
If he has a crystal ball with firecrackers in it, then that guy is definitely a savant, that's for sure. But yeah, Omari and Hampton last night, 27th and 28th overall in the RotoWire Online Championship. Najee Harris went 129th, so that was a big separation. Another one to keep an eye on, Hollywood Brown went 113th. His ADP is 146, so part of that, Rashee Rice. And again, we don't know if it's 2 games, 3 games, 4 games, but I think a suspension is coming, and the sooner we know, the better it is, right, Tom? So, Tom, what did you see this weekend as well?
What surprises me, I want to stick with the Chiefs situation here, because what surprises me is obviously Rashee Rice dropping a little bit here, but Patrick Mahomes is holding firm as QB6 despite Rice dropping, and that's interesting to me because Mahomes was not a great fantasy QB last year. I mean, he was okay, but he was a bit disappointing, and if you're dropping Rashee Rice, and we already know Kelsey's been fading this year because everybody's kind of expecting him to be not as great as he has been. If you're dropping Rashee Rice and you're fading Kelsey, but you're still holding firm on Mahomes, I think that's surprising to me. I don't think that makes a lot of sense to be keeping Mahomes ahead of Baker Mayfield and Dak Prescott right now with a fading Rashee Rice and a fading Travis Kelsey. I think you got to be dropping Mahomes a little bit here if you're fading Rice and Kelsey right now. So I'm surprised that Mahomes is holding firm with Rice fading and Kelsey being where he's at. That's surprising me where Mahomes has been going this past weekend.
All right. You got anything on the Chargers situation or not?
I agree with what Geoff has been saying. I think, a Mariah Hampton rising aggressively, I think that's going to stick because I think people right now are feeling really good about him, and Najee Harris being a big, big mystery right now. I think you got to feel really good about Amari and Hampton right now being a high 3rd round pick at this point in time.
And just real quick, we had our GTG auction last Monday. Who had Hampton in that league again? He's on this stream. Either of you two?
Not me, man.
All right. Man, what a deal. What a deal.
You'll have plenty of time to brag about your auction team here. And hey, I'm going to give you kudos. You're second in our baseball auction. You've passed me, but kudos there, and giving Auntie Meach a little run for his money. Hey, one more thing on the Chargers. I'm just going to say Mike Williams did retire. Trey Harris signed this week. All these second rounders are signing. Trey Harris went 99th last night in the OC. His ADP was 139. Quentin Johnston, he went 128th last night. His ADP was 147. So, again, these two guys just moved up 2-3 rounds with Mike Williams retiring. I don't know if it's justified, but keep an eye on. Lots going on in the Chargers situation, so keep an eye there. All right. I talked about all these live streams tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Come on, let's get these matinees rolling again. We filled the Chris List one up last week. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, we got a Beat Davis Maddock RotoWire OC live stream. He's going to live stream it. Jump in there. Then tomorrow at 8 o'clock, I got to beat Will Miles. Will is the 2023 RotoWire Online overall champion. We'll get him on a live stream. And then at 10 p.m. Eastern, I'm doing a Gladiator live stream with John Fish. I mean, we're going to fill these Gladiators up going forward. I'm going to do one every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. Then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we got live streams with Alan Seslowski, Kev Mazurjan, and Nelson Sousa. I hope I got that right. Probably not. But, hey, live stream. Join us if you can. All right, Tom, we got only 10 weeks left of the MLB season. Holy cow, that's mind-blowing. But our Brewers are in first place, just swept the Dodgers for the second time. But, hey, maybe it would be Tigers-Brewers World Series, Geoff. That'd be something, wouldn't it? All right. Who's leading our NFBC national contest?
Well, I got to say, I'm feeling pretty good about my futures bet that I placed out in Vegas. We went out there for NFBC. I said the Brewers could finish in the top 2 in the NL Central, so I'm feeling pretty good about that one right now. All right, so David Einhorn, props to David. He's having a really good year, by the way. Yeah. David is leading the auction championship right now, also leading the MTM Ultimate. So way to go, David. Todd Hoppy leading the main event right now. Doug Gruber, he's still having a great year. Doug is leading the RotoWire Online Championship. Another guy having himself a great 2025. Bob Castronopoulos leading the Cutline playoffs right now, having himself a great year. Aaron Jones leading the Champions League qualifier. So those are some of the guys leading our national contest right now as we get ready to begin week 18 of the NFBC season tonight.
Yeah, kudos to David. My goodness, he's having a heck of a year in the online auction championship. Comes into this remote place in New Jersey and comes in last minute, and then he's leading the Ultimate League right there, MTM Ultimate League. So good stuff to him. And Bob Katsarumpis has won the Cutline Championship overall 3 times, and now he's leading it again. So, Bob, you get your butt out to Las Vegas next year. We're going to celebrate you for sure. So, Jeff, it was kind of a quiet week in Fab. Anything of note that we saw?
Yeah, like you said, real quiet. Mostly just pickups here and there of guys that have been dropped in other leagues. And with the trade deadline, 10 days away, I think you're going to see a lot of action in Fab as some new roles open up as guys get traded. I got to admit, you said I'm second place in our internal league. Adrian Del Castillo. I have no idea who this guy was until you guys have any guess? Adrian Del Castillo?
No, I have no idea. Did you pick him up?
Knows?
Diamondbacks catcher, yep.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I figured I Googled him and I seen Diamondbacks. And I said, he must be their closer now. But you're correct. Diamondbacks catcher.
Wait, you bid on a guy that you don't even know who he is?
No, I didn't bid on him. I'm looking at the results for our show here, but he seems to be the one. So again, pure luck that I'm in second place in that league. But Adrian Del Castillo looks to be kind of the guy that was widely available this week that went in a lot of Fab leagues. Again, not big bucks. He's a catcher, probably number 2 catcher from what people are looking at. But again, I think we're going to see some bidding coming up here as roles open up when guys get traded here with the trade deadline looming. So I think I have some big bucks in that auction of ours too. So be ready. I'm going to make my move all the way to first place in that with my Fab bucks.
This is one of the years where there just have not been closers available on Fab. I mean, if we did this show any other year, it'd be who was the top guy on Fab? Oh, he's a closer for this guy, new closer for this guy. I mean, it has been a weird Fab year, I think, for baseball. So, all right, Tom, we launched our basketball site, NFBKC site last week. Right away, we get a full league for the best ball championship. I'm positive this is the earliest we've ever filled a basketball league, but good stuff there. Kudos to everybody jumping into hoops right away. What does the first round look like from that first league?
We got a couple other slow drafts that are close to selling out. So if you want to get into a hoops league right now, play nfbkc.com. You can get into a slow draft right now. They're close to selling out. The first round of this first one, though, Nikola Jokic was the number 1 overall pick. Victor Wembanyama, number 2. Shai SGA was 3. Luka was 4. Cade Cunningham was the 5th overall pick. Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards then went after that. Tyrone Maxey was 8, right ahead of our guy Giannis at 9. Karl Anthony Towns at 10. And then James Harden and Devin Booker rounded out the first round.
Man, I loved watching Cade Cunningham in that Knicks series, Jeff. I know you're a Pistons fan, but man, that kid's going to grow into a role, I think, this year and be a top 5 guy.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised he was going that early, to be honest with you. I guess it makes sense when you really think about it, but I'm not a big fantasy basketball guy. So when it comes down to who's a better fantasy basketball player, when you get your steals, your blocks, your free throw percentage, 3-pointers, all that involved, I guess it makes sense because he does a little bit of everything. So he's the kind of guy you want early in a draft like that. Especially, man, I'm glad we offer 3RR in these because I want Jokic. You can even Wembanyama. I'm not scared of the blood clots. Man, one of those two. I want those two to start off. You can give me 1 or 2 every time.
If there's any sport that has to have 3RR, it's basketball.
Yeah,
right?
at this point with those guys. Yes.
For years, whether it was Jordan for years, those top 5 are just so much better. So, all right, before signing off today, I want to thank everyone who joined our Greg, Tom, Jeff online auction league last week. It was a ton of fun. It really was. I didn't get all the players I wanted, but I built my team around Ashton Genty. I got for 41. Felt good. Jonathan Taylor at 35. Mike Evans, 31. I beat Tom for Caleb Johnson, even though I had no money for $12 just because I had to do it. So I like my 10 starters, but I have no money for depth. Jeff, you were the same way. You had, I think, $11 for 11 guys. But
again, there's someone on this call that kept bidding up my $1 guys. I'm like, I'm gonna try and sneak this through, and then some guy named Kessenich kept $2 and.
Yep. It was just on a spike too. You were sitting there. You almost had him.
Yeah.
Jumps
There's nothing worse than when you're in an auction and you gotta wait all the way for it to circle all the way back around so you can do your $1 bid again and then see who Tom's gonna take from me next.
Yeah. All right. Did you like your team or not? You went heavy with starters just like I did.
Yeah, I did. We'll see how it goes. Little different. Usually I like to go a little more depth in the auction, but I wanted to get my guys, Hampton and McConkey, right away. I wanted to, again, I don't think it was Tom, but I wanted to match Herbert with them. I'm kind of thinking that team moves the ball a little faster this year. I don't think they're going to be as run heavy. I think it's going to be a little more passing. So I'm in on the Chargers, and then the Dolphins were the other one, Achane and Waddle. I kind of think it's going to be real targeted down that way again. So we'll see. I like how it turned out, but man, it can go bad quickly.
Yeah, that's how I am too. I like my starters, but if we get a couple injuries, you and I both don't have as much depth. Tom, you went a little bit more depth. I think you spent 150 something on your starters. You like your team?
I was feeling really good until Rice and Addison got hit with the probable suspensions on the same day. But I do have some good wide receiver depth. So if I can just survive those guys' suspensions, I do like my team. I love Gibbs. I like Prescott. He was the quarterback I wanted. So again, I just got to make it through those suspensions. If I do that, I feel really good about my team coming out of those suspensions. So.
From the sound of it, I think you need to get your guys some drivers to and from practice.
I think he's got to name them in the bad boys.
Again, driving stuff too. Reckless drivers.
I can drive perfectly fine. It's just those two guys they got driving issues.
Well, you'll be fine if they only got 6-week suspensions. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it there. So, all right. All right. Our Las Vegas live events, they're really filling up, folks. I mean, if you plan on getting in an auction league, there's very few left. I emailed people this weekend to say we're down to the last couple auction leagues there, but even the primetime leagues are filling up there. The Saturday, September 6th, 10 a.m. one, that's where we bring our Hall of Famers up there. We got Mark Cerebro we're going to induct and Jason Emma induct. I mean, we got, 7 spots left. We got 7 spots left. We got 65 teams signed up already. We don't have any more space than that. So get in if you want to get in or be left behind because it's all filling up. Vegas is really turning out good. It's going to be a blast out there. So, Tom, you don't have much left in New York City either. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'm down to 3 leagues there in New York for August 29th. It's a Friday. I got 1 day in New York, so 3 leagues right now, and then that's it for me. 4 p.m. Eastern. RotoWire Online Championship Live, 6 p.m. Eastern is the prime time, and then 10 p.m. Eastern is a silver bullet. So that's it for me in New York. If you want to get there, those 3 events, and then that's it. So, folks, sign up on the site, or you can email me, tom@sportshubtech.com if you want to get in. Again, we got about, 10 days until we run charges, so you can still get in now and not pay anything for another 10 days or so. But that's it for New York.
All right, sounds good. All right, so, Jeff, get your plane ticket for Vegas. We need you in Vegas, all right?
I'll be there. And just real quick, I just got a text from one of our favorites, Scott Engel, who said he's watching 3 of his favorites. So, hi, Scott. Miss you, buddy.
Scotty, get in the silver bullet in New York, Scott. Come on if you're watching.
Yeah, you won the silver bullet with David Wright a couple years ago. Come on, jump on in, Scotty. So, good talking to you, Scotty. Thanks for joining us. All right, we're going to get Jeff's plane ticket tomorrow. He doesn't have it yet. Tom and I are good to go for New York and Las Vegas, but we'll get Jeff there as well, and away we go. Vegas is shaping up good. We got some company things that's going on. They're going to have some other company guys there. We're going to be promoting some stuff, so get ready. Vegas is going to be good. We're working hard on that one as well. So, all right. That's a wrap on our High Stakes Weekly podcast. Join us for our 2 live streams on Tuesday night on our High Stakes Fantasy Network YouTube channel. And then join Tom and Jeff Erickson on Wednesday on SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio. Have a great week, everyone, and we'll see you in the draft room.
Thank you for joining us on the High Stakes Fantasy Network podcast. To get in the game, go to playnfc.com.